Look, I'm going to call out the names of the franchisees, and you got to tell me how much you rate them out of 10 based on what they've done at the auction and their squad size and the power that they have and how they enter that 2022 competition, right? So we'll start again in the similar fashion. We'll go with Chennai Super Kings. How much do you rate them out of 10, Swanny, and why?
Kings.
Say that again, sorry.
I'm going to give Chennai Super Kings a big fat 6.5 out of 10.
Okay, 6.5. All right. And why?
Pedigree, and we know they win so much. They've got experience. They've got one of the best coaches. They've got Moeen Ali. They've still got MS Dhoni and Jadeja. However, they haven't got Faf du Plessis, who won in that final last year. Otherwise, they'd be an 8.
Okay, so 6.5 for Chennai Super Kings. Quite brilliant there in terms of honestly judging them in terms of losing Faf du Plessis. But let's move on to, of course, ask you about Delhi Capitals, of course, who lots of people are huge fans of these days. Delhi Capitals, a number on 10 for you, Swanny, and why?
Delhi are a solid 8 for me. Their batting lineup is incredible, I think. Pant, Shaw, Warner, Mitchell Marsh. It's a serious batting lineup, serious players. I would lose sleep about playing against them. Rodman Powell, I'd lose sleep about bowling against Delhi. And they've got a decent bowling lineup as well. 8 for Delhi.
And they're bowling even without Ashwin and Rabada. You still give them a fat 8?
Runs win you the game. Spinners will win you the odd game. Vicky Oswell will do well. But I'm giving him an 8. Don't question me.
Okay, let's move on to team number 3, which is Gujarat Titans. Hardik Pandya's team to lead, of course. Number 10, and why?
An 8 as well. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
They've got Hardik, who's a match winner. They've got Rashid Khan. I think if you had a bunch of 10-year-olds playing, but Rashid Khan in the team, he takes you to an 8 regardless. So they're an 8.
Okay, so another 8 for Swanny over there. Let's see if he's as kind to Kolkata Knight Riders, who were baffling people at the auction at first, but they've kind of seemed to done okay. Why are you giving them whatever you're giving them?
7.
A 7.
I realise I've given 2 teams an 8 and Chennai a 6.5. And there's a big difference. And so I don't want Chennai fans to think I'm having a go at them. Actually, I want to put another mark on Chennai up to 7.5 instead of 6.5.
Okay.
KKR looks strong, but they've not got Owen Morgan.
Okay, so you're saying if they had Owen Morgan, it would be an 8.
It'd be a 9.
Okay, super. Love the banter, love the tongue-in-cheek. Moving on to Lucknow Super Giants. Your good friend Gautam Gambhir, of course. So you should be kind. He's going to be watching this. How much should you give him and his team the business that they've done there?
Gautam Gambhir, people think he doesn't smile a lot. I've seen him laughing uproariously. He's a great bloke. So I'm going to give them an 8.
An 8 again. I mean, you're sitting on the fence in terms of all your ratings.
People will say, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm going on gut feeling a lot here. And so I've got to go on, before it starts and everything. And I was pretty hard on him earlier. And I said, it doesn't really do it for me. But then I've changed. Because Mark Wood's there. He's exciting. He's mad. Quinton de Kock's there. KL Rao's the best player. 8.
Okay. So there's no discrepancy between these teams. It's 8, 8.1.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the fence a lot here. But I know what's going to happen about this. You're going to cut out the 40 minutes of interview and just put my markings up. So you take what you're given, young man.
Absolutely. I shouldn't really bite from the hand that I've really been fed off. So let's move on to, of course, the other team that I want to ask you about, which is Mumbai Indians. Now, you were critical of them earlier. Were you? Were you not? Or
I said at first it didn't look like the strongest Mumbai Indians team, but Mumbai Indians are always strong. They're always there or thereabouts. They're a solid 8.5 in anyone's business.
Wow, that is solid. And do you think the batting is better or the bowling is better?
The fact that Ishan Kishan is there, and so I can do my favourite bit of commentary, he's throwing the kitchen sink at that. And I love saying that every time he bats. And I hope he doesn't take offence. It's a big English saying, you throw the kitchen sink. When you really go, you throw everything at it. And I think he's a brilliant player. Their batting is strong.
So Mumbai, 8.5, stunning batsmen.
Bowling, they've got the superstar fast bowlers. Ooh.
Yep. I mean, and variation as well with Tamal Mills coming into that squad. Daniel Sams, of course, not to forget him. So
Correct.
Mumbai Indians 8.5 and Ishan Kishan, of course, the richest player in this year's auction. So kudos to them. Let's move on to, of course, the other team, which is
Ching
Punjab
ching.
Kings. Yeah, Punjab Kings. I mean, how much would you rate them and why?
They've had a pretty good auction. And I like the fact that Shikhar Dhawan's there. I like the fact Johnny Bairstow's there. Benny Howell, I've mentioned it before. Bowling innocuous looking medium paces, picking up wickets. They're getting an 8.
Okay, love it. Because of Benny Howell, I mean, it could have been a 7.5. Love how you're chucking papers everywhere in terms of being a passion merchant right now.
See the finish line here. This is why I'm getting excited.
Okay, so RR it is, your team. Be biased, it's fine. 10, let's swiftly move on, I'm guessing.
10. I'm giving them a 10. I'm not even going to explain why. It's just they could have a team of under 11s with no hope of winning, and I'm giving them a 10. No, just on a serious note, I'm going to give them. I want to give them 10, obviously, but I don't think they've got the strongest team. But it's going to be exciting. I think they're going to be everyone's favourite second team again, like they were last year. And I love the fact that Josh Butler and Ravi Ashwin are going to kiss and make up. About time. 7.5.
Okay, super. Ashwin and Butler, frenemies, of course, this season. Royal Challengers Bangalore, what are you going to give them and why? There's a lot of people watching Swanny Beg. Be careful.
I know how passionate RCB fans are. I know that I've just said that it's a strange shit, and I've gone on your reaction. But I think this is the year that something crazy happens. And you will be sat there apologising to me for doubting your boys. 9. Virat Kohli will win the Orange Cap by 200 runs this year.
Whoa, that is a bold shot, let alone RCB winning the title. But I hope both those things come true. And you also said Hasaranga to take the most wickets. That'll be a field day for RCB in the IPL 22, so to speak. And finally, go on.
Gets the purple cap.
It'll be madness. SRH finally, then Swanny, because Kane Williamson, we've been giving him some slack and his team, but I'm surely they're going to be coming fine in this year's tournament.
The coaching staff they've got behind them that is sensational. They get a 7.5 for me. Otherwise, a pretty beige 7.
Okay, super, because maybe the Brian Lara factor has made you tilt them to 7.5, maybe even an 8 on a good day.
Hold my number. It's off the top of my head. I haven't sat down and really. I've gone through the players, and really dived into the auction. But let's face it, giving everyone a rating about where you think they'll finish or mark out of 10 is absolutely, it's not Nostradamus stuff. We don't know whatsoever. Before a ball's bowled, you don't know the things like who's going to get injured, who's going to start the tournament with a bang. And so, the team who look rubbish on paper could be the best team and vice versa. We don't know. And that is the beauty of the Indian Premier.